wear the chain, the coveted Pick'em Pros chain. And Des, so sad he's not here today. So he's not here to wear the chain because he came on and he deboed us this week. Yes, he deboed us, took our chain. So he will be wearing the chain next week. I'm sure he'll be wearing a smile, wearing that chain, or he might be wearing a frown. Typical Debo style. If those of you know about Debo from Friday, he might be frowning while he wears the chain.
And it was really the kicker. They should cut the kicker and get a new one, just because. Because the old kicker missed two game-winning field goals. That cannot happen in a dome.
Yeah.
Where there's no air at all, no wind, nothing, just a dome, and he missed 2 game-winning field goals. So
got to come back and lose to him. So the Vikings will finally lose one of these close games. Bills are going to get them. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is. I could be the quarterback for this one. As fired up as Diggs is going to be, they will definitely get the win on this one. Diggs is going to show. Diggs might have 300 yards.
And dude, if you were the quarterback, then that might be the only reason that might be the only way they lose.
I'd be releasing it like Tom Brady, another great 45-year-old. Just come back just immediately. And my release would be like 0.3 seconds. Just come back and just bam, just throw it to Diggs. That's all I'd have to do.
But like, except for like if he's running a route, you like throw it, and then he'd have to like sit there and wait like a couple seconds for the ball to come. Like, it would like barely go anywhere, and then it would like be in the air forever. It's like, yeah. Like a short little Hail Mary, like a 10-yard Hail Mary.
This is former Chicago Bear Desmond Clark. And y'all hear me on many podcasts, but when y'all hear me on Pick'em Pros, y'all know it's all about family. This ain't just business.
We're coming back tonight. We're going to tie it up 2-2, go back to Golden State, then 3-2, and then we're going to control the series.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You know who it is. I am Derrick Thompson.
And I'm Diego Thompson.
And who are we?
We're the Pick'em Pros.
We are the Pick'em Pros, coming back at you in the house with our new show, Who You Got, our NFL edition of Who You Got, where we are picking all of the NFL games. We are going into week 10 of this NFL season, just coming out of week 9. Derrick and Diego, father and son dynamic duo. And we typically have our special guest, Mr. Desmond, a.k.a. Des Clark, a former tight end for the Chicago Bears. He's been with us for the last 2 weeks. We've been going back and forth. We beat him down 2 weeks ago. He came back and got lucky on us last week. He sent his picks in. So he has his picks in, and he'll be back with us next week. So we are here to go into these picks. Not only are we picking, having great going back and forth, but we're also picking for some great causes. Diego, my man, why don't you tell us who you are picking for if you win? Where does the $2,500 go?
Yeah, well, I'm picking for the Eat.Learn.Play Foundation in Oakland, California by Steph and Ayesha Curry.
All right. So if you win the regular season, the totality of the regular season picks, money $2,500 goes to your cause. If not, $500 goes to your cause. Mm-hmm. I am playing for the Jalen Rose Leadership Academy out of Detroit, Michigan. So we already know I'm going to get the lion's share is going to go to my cause because I'm up 5 games. So, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of season left. I just have to gain a game on you every week. You know what I mean? That's nothing.
Now, you've been saying that the last 4 weeks. So, you know you're about to run out of weeks, right?
Still a lot of season. A lot of season. It's still been a lot of season.
All right. We are going to see, and we got to get Dez in that as well. So not only are we picking for great causes, but we're also our week to week picking gives us the right to wear the chain, the coveted Pick'em Pros chain. And Dez, so sad he's not here today. So he's not here to wear the chain because he came on and he deboed us this week. Yes, he deboed us, took our chain. So he will be wearing the chain next week. I'm sure he'll be wearing a smile, wearing that chain, or he might be wearing a frown. Typical Debo style. If those of you know about Debo from Friday, he might be frowning while he wears the chain. So we'll see how he does that as he joins us. But shout out to Dez. We miss you. We'll see you next week. And we look forward to beating you down. All right. Well, hey, before we get into that again, please subscribe if you haven't already. Just click the button on the bottom right there. Subscribe to our channel, please. We just hit 1,000 and we are climbing. So thank you for love and support. But hey, my man Diego, I see you're rocking the hat and the shirt. We just got home a couple hours ago. Looks like you've made the basketball team at your school. You made the cut. Tell us about it. How you feeling? Congratulations.
But yeah, I made the team. It was a really interesting process because like they had us all lined up there, and we would go one by one and get taken into a room and stuff to like know who was getting cut or not. And yeah, it was really cool when I was on the team. So yeah.
Okay.
It was good
So say took you guys one by one in a room.
Yeah.
And let you know if you made it, and then kind of escorted you out of the back. So then you didn't know who was making it, who was not making it. I know back when I played and made the team, it was first of all, it was 2 days where you guys tried out for like 4 days.
Yeah.
And then, we showed up the next day and the roster was on the coach's door. And you just walked up that morning and saw if you made the team or not. But yeah, man, that process was very nerve-wracking. So and pretty dramatic. It was like reality show style, the way they did you guys.
Yeah, oh man.
But happy you made it. I know you've been having your eyes on this since you were in the 4th grade, in the 7th grade now. So this was a lot of hard work. You put a lot of work in. And as recently as April, as I was looking at your game, you were looking a little shaky. And I was like, all right, you want to make this team, we're going to have to put some more work in. And credit to you, you put the work in and you showed improved and you're on there, man. So wait to get to these games this year. So we'll be cheering you on and supporting you. All right. Great. So let's get into week 9. Let's do a quick recap of week 9 and what we got right, what we got wrong, and also pull Dez's in, and then we will make our picks for week 10 so I can increase my 5-game lead on you. All right.
No, that's not happening.
So last week, week 9, you, Diego, went 7-6, and you have a total record of 77-58. I went 8-5, and I have a total record of 82-53. So that's where the 5 is there. And then Dez went 9-4. So he got us all and had a really good week. And I made some wild picks. So I was feeling myself last time because I won.
Yeah, maybe a little too wild.
Now I've got house money. Now I'm picking all kind of stuff. I'm doing some wild picks this week.
So Diego, I want you to check your dad cup, right? See if he's pouring too much Heineken in there with all this talk. Like, yeah, because as he drink more Heineken in there, this Heineken legend keeps growing in his mind, but only in his mind.
I made some wild picks, man. I was picking tons of upsets. I picked the Panthers to beat the Bengals.
No, that didn't happen. Jeez.
I might have been under some influence on that one, so messed up on that. But I did have one signature win. But let's actually pull up our slides for those of you that are checking us out on YouTube. Let's actually look at this in a little more detail. So again, week 9, I went 8-5. My signature win was the Jets versus the Bills. Man, I called that. I figured that secondary was going to be too fast. We're going to make the Bills the Bills were going to have to run outside of just the quarterback, and they were not able to do it. And the Jets pulled that off. So I think a lot of people are starting to realize that the Jets are for real. Again, they're taking receipts. So I'm happy to be on the right side of that. So that was my signature win, but my bad loss again was the Panthers. Totally bought that one. I got way too confident on that. And the Commanders, man, I should have had that. The legend of Heineke was halted, but it's not over. I still believe in Heineke.
It's over. He's done.
No, I still believe in Heineke. He threw a bad pick, but he will be back. He will be fine. I still believe in Heineke, and they're going to make a run. I still believe in them. I'm not jumping off that.
Well, what type of run? Are they going to like win the division, make the playoffs? Like, what's it going to do, man?
Well, no, they're not going to win the division. Not being in the same division as the Cowboys and the Eagles. No. But perhaps the wild card might make the wild card. I have to look at that a little closer. See, they might things there. You don't think so?
No, man. The Commanders are not making. They're going to finish last in their division.
Well, yeah, because the Giants, but the Giants aren't for real. I don't think.
But they have an easy schedule.
They do have a very easy schedule.
I admit they're not for real, but they're still probably going to win like 11 games.
yeah, because their schedule. Oh my gosh, it's so soft. So you're right about that. Well, let's look at your slide. So you, again, went 7-6. You're 77-58 overall. Again, the Rams, man, the Rams have just really messed you up. That was your Super Bowl, the team to go to the Super Bowl. So that's messed you up. And now the Bills are, shaking a little bit. It really just depends on Allen's health. I think if Allen can come back, the Bills may ultimately be okay. But there's definitely some cause for concern there. And your Chiefs continue to roll. So they look great, and Mahomes is on the MVP pace. So they're looking really good.
Yeah. But signature win. I mean, like you said, the Chiefs. Mahomes is clearly the best QB in the NFL, and he's clearly going to win MVP this year. And, this is clear. He's playing. He's like first. He's first in yards, first in touchdowns, and he's like second in completion percentage. Like, dude, he's like top 2 in everything. Yeah. And his team has like tied for best record in the AFC.
He's a beast, but there's still that man named Hurts, and if they are undefeated, then man, that's going to be hard to combat. So,
it's going to be hard, but I mean, you got to look at the numbers, and he has no receivers. I mean, he has receivers.
Who has no receivers?
Mahomes.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just talking about Hurts. I'm like, okay.
No, that's the point. Hurts has he has A.J. Brown, he has Devontae Smith, and the tight end Goddard.
He has Mahomes has MVS. And he has Juju. So what are you talking about? He's got weapons.
Yeah, those are some weapons.
He has Kelsey.
Okay, yes, Kelsey.
Yeah, okay.
He has Kelsey. He's not even a receiver. He's a tight end.
He has number 10.
Yeah, the 6th round pick, number 10.
He still has number 10. So what are you talking about?
Yeah, the 6th round pick, number 10. Yeah.
Hey. Also, one thing that I want to mention for that, again, Pick'em Pros, we've got more and more swag. We now have hoodies. Yes, we have hoodies. So our store is coming out soon, but we got some great merch coming out. So we're going to give a shout out there. Proud of our hoodies now. So not just tees, but hoodies, and then hats will be coming soon. Once we get the hats, then we'll officially launch our store. So if you want to get some merch, you'll be able to get that there. But anyway, all right. So, and one more mention about week 9 for Dez. Again, shout out to Dez since he got us last week and did Debo us and get the chain. He, his signature win was that Seattle win. Seattle going into Arizona. You and I both had Arizona. We said, okay, come on, at some point the Cardinals are going to have to win one of these home games. And
Yeah,
Kyler,
with D-Hop back.
yeah,
Thought this might be the game.
But nah, they couldn't pull it out. It should have had it, but yeah, Seattle somehow pulled that out. Pete Carroll and those guys continue to do it. So big shout out to them. All right, so congrats to Dez. Well, even though he's going to lose this week, we'll still let him wear the chain on the show next week for past wins. All right. So, my man, are you ready to go into week 10 and make these picks for week 10 and claim one of us claim our title back? All right. So there's 14 games this week. All right. 14 games. We all agree, you, myself, and Desmond Clark, all agree on 10 of the games. So we'll cover the 10 that we agree on. All right. We agree on 10. Then there's one game where I'm on an island. We'll cover that one. And then there's 3 games where Des is on the island that only he has picked. So we'll cover those. All right. So we'll start with the 10 that we agree on. So let's go in order here with the ones that we agree on. Number 1, we have the Seattle Seahawks to play the Bucs. Who do we have in this one, my man?
Yeah, we have the Seahawks. I mean, yeah, well, they're just that's the hotter team right now. The QB, Geno's playing well. The running game's good. The defense actually been really good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, and some are like comparing it to like when they had great defense and they won the Super Bowl one time. I don't know if it's that good, but it's still been good this year. And the Bucs, even though they won last week, I mean, that was they had to make a game-winning drive, and they only scored 16 points against the Rams defense, who didn't really look good as of late. And so I just think the Seahawks are gonna win.
Yeah, that was a very overrated win by the Bucs this past week. So yeah, definitely have the Seahawks there. All 3 of us agree that the Seahawks are going to go in and get that one. So we all agree there. All right, the second out of 10 games that we agree on, we have the Denver Broncos. We've got Russ back in action coming off of that bye, traveling to Tennessee to play the Titans. Who do we have in this one?
Yeah, I got the Titans, I mean, because they have Derrick Henry. That's really it. Because he's just the best. He's the best back in the league. I think everyone knows that. Well, either him or Chubb. But I think a lot of people would say Henry still. And he had 200 yards against the Texans. Really carried the Titans to have like any chance against the Chiefs. And I think the QB was a rookie and he only threw for 80 yards the whole game. So he really carried them to have a chance there. Then the Broncos, just their offense hasn't really done anything this year. And so I got the Titans.
Okay. All right. Yeah, agree there. I mean, I've been riding the Titans all year long. They are getting stronger and stronger, going to easily win that division as I predicted. Man, that's going to be tough for Denver to score there. That could be ugly. It's in Tennessee. Not much else to say on that one. Definitely have the Titans for that one. All right. The third game out of 10 that we agree on, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars traveling to Kansas City to play the Chiefs. Who do we have in this one?
Ooh, that's going to be a tough game. Ooh.
Right.
Yeah, well, I got the Chiefs, because they have Mahomes and the Jaguars going into Arrowhead. Like, that's a tough environment to play in. And then they've only won like 3 games this year. They beat the Raiders last week, but the Raiders haven't been playing that good. So I have the Chiefs, of course.
Yeah, Chiefs in this game. Nothing else to really say on that one. The Jaguars been struggling. I mean, they got lucky last week and got the I believe it was the Raiders that they beat. So that was one that we missed on, but no way they're going into Kansas City and beat the Chiefs. So I think you can book that one. It's a pretty easy call there. All right. Game that might actually be closer than some people think is this next one. Have the Cleveland Browns traveling to Miami to play the Dolphins. Who do we have in this one?
Yeah, well, I don't think this game is going to be close. I have the Dolphins, and
Mhm.
they've been playing really well with Tua since he's came back. I mean, Tyreek's already got over 1,000 yards just through 9 games. Then, of course, Waddle's up there with top and receiving yards too, and then they got Mostert, and who's really more becoming is better as the season goes on. He got the starting job, and then and he's just been better. So I got the Dolphins.
Yeah. Have the Dolphins too. The Browns can be interesting. I mean, you never know. They can put up a fight. They can be tough. And the Dolphins haven't really blown a lot of people away. I mean, they struggled with the Bears, last week. So that's why I say, even though that was a road game, I don't see the Dolphins like blowing the Browns out. But I do see them getting the win. Love all that you said about those players, Tua, Tyreek, Mostert. I mean, my goodness, whoever had the foresight to draft those people on their fantasy team is just a genius. If anybody was able to do that, that would just be amazing to have all those players on your team. And
to have all of them, that would be a little much.
I don't know. I don't know, because I would venture to say.
What about when the bye week comes? Then what do you do?
But that's just 1 week. But I would
that 1 week could mean a lot for your season. Mm-hmm.
Possible.
Yeah.
But I'd venture to say anybody that drafted all those people might happen to be number 1 in their fantasy football league. It's just a guess. It's just a guess, because I happen to have all those guys. And I happen to be first in my fantasy league. But okay. All right, we'll move on. That's not the topic right now.
Well, I also won last week at fantasy too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Yes, you did win. And you showed out. You scored a lot.
Second most points for the week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good. All right. Good job. All right. Good deal. All right. So let's move on to the 5th game out of 10 that we agree on. We have the mighty Houston Texans traveling to New York to play the Giants at MetLife Stadium. Ooh, this should be fire right here. NFL Sunday. Who do we have in this one?
Yeah, but you already mentioned the Giants having a light schedule. And the Texans are arguably the worst team in the league. So, I mean, here you go. The Giants have a good record. They have Saquon. He's playing good this year. They should win this game.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. Not much to say there. Giants take this one. At least they certainly should. At home there against the Texans. All right, so next game, the 6th game that we have the Indianapolis Colts and their new coach travel to Las Vegas to play the Raiders.
Oh, geez.
Right. Who do we have in this one?
No way, man. Like every single week, it's like I just don't want to pick the Raiders at all. And I just end up like having to pick them sometimes because of like the teams they play. But they are playing the Colts, so I have them winning easily in Vegas. So they'll win. They'll be good. They'll get their season back on track.
It's funny. I'm not so sure, because we all actually agreed on this one. But now the more I think about it, I don't know. I think the Colts might actually come out, play well, just have that initial jolt from the coaching change and whatnot in place. So, and the way that the Raiders have let us down so much this season.
The Colts haven't let us down this season.
Well, yeah, the Colts obviously have, but I didn't think the Colts are going to be good this year to begin with. So I just think this could be one of those weeks where they surprise people again. I already made my pick, so I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with the Raiders.
Oh, yeah, but just in case the Colts win, you're going to be like, oh, I said they had a chance.
No, I'm not doing that. It still counts as a loss. It's just I'm just looking at this one a little deeper going, I wonder, but it's okay. I'll stick with it. We'll see. The Raiders are at home. One of these days, hey, maybe they might play their potential, although Waller and Renfro are now on IR.
Yeah.
So Maybe not.
And
But
more for Adams. They still
yeah,
have Adams.
yeah, definitely. Hopefully,
Yeah.
it will help your fantasy with
Yeah.
Adams there. Hopefully, so we'll see what happens there. But we got the Raiders. We'll see what happens with the coaching change here. All right, number 7. Ooh, man, we've got the Dallas Cowboys going to Green Bay for the big reunion here to play the Packers. Who do we have in this one, man? Is Aaron Rodgers going to bounce back and get revenge against his former coach?
No, he's not gonna bounce back. I mean, like the Packers are 3-6, and they're and Romeo Dobbs and like some other receivers, and then their linebacker, Rashad Gary, who like but who's like arguably the best defensive players out too. So. I mean, yeah, then the Cowboys offense is getting better. They have CD, might add OBJ, who knows. And their defense is just crazy this year. Have Micah Parsons, who's probably going to win Defensive Player of the Year. So I have the Cowboys.
Yeah, definitely have the Cowboys in this one. I mean, man, after the Packers came off of that loss to the Lions last week, yeah, it's hard to pick the Packers against anybody right now. So we definitely have the Cowboys there. All 3 of us on that one. All right. 8th game out of 10 that we all agree on. We have the Arizona Cardinals traveling to LA to play your Rams. Who do we have in this one?
Well, we do have the Rams, but I do not believe in the Rams anymore. They're not going to make the Super Bowl. Like, none of that. I'm done. Done with the Rams. But I mean, the Cardinals are coming into town, and they haven't really won a big game all year. They lost to the Seahawks at home. The Seahawks are good, but I mean, they still have to get one of these games. I mean, I know D-Hop's gonna get his, but I just don't know if the Cardinals are gonna show up.
You mean the Rams get one of these?
No, I mean the Cardinals.
Right, but we've got the Rams winning.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I said the Cardinals need to.
Oh, but you were talking about last week.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, it's interesting though. But with didn't quarterback, isn't he under
Stafford?
Stafford.
Yeah, he got concussion. They say he's probably not going to play this week.
Probably not going to play. So
yeah,
that definitely hurts it. But again, it's hard. Yeah, this is one of those, like some of those last week. I don't want to pick either one of these teams.
Yeah,
both have messed us up so much this year. The Cardinals on so many that you think they win, and the Rams on so many that you think that they would win. So you can really almost flip a coin on it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and speaking of the Cardinals, their new Hard Knocks, I think, just came out.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It did.
Interesting.
So, yeah, that's tough. All right. But we all have the Rams in this one. All right. So that's another one there. Okay. So the ninth game that we have out of 10 that we all agree on, we have the LA Chargers going to San Fran to play the Niners. That is a Sunday night game. Who do we have in this one, Diego?
Yeah, we have the Niners. I mean, the last time we saw them, McCaffrey got threw, caught, and ran for a touchdown against the Rams. Just single-handedly destroyed the Rams. But now they're here. They're playing another LA team. And I think McCaffrey is going to show out again. And I think they get Debo back because he wasn't there for the Rams game.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, now they have him, and Jimmy G's got another guy to throw to.
Yeah,
he's one of the best in the league, so we got Niners.
Yeah, they should definitely roll on this one. I think the Niners run over them this week. And then the 10th one that we agree on before we get to some of the others, we have the Washington Commanders, the legend of Heineke, travel to Philly to play the Eagles on Monday night. Ooh. Who do we have in this
one? Yeah, boy. We got the undefeated Eagles. They're going to stay undefeated. The legend of Heineke is not going to grow anymore. Heineke is done. he throws it in triple coverage too much. Yeah, and the game's in Philly too. So I mean,
and he
this
got
is
away
gonna
with it
be
first time too.
yeah. Oh, triple coverage plus a ref.
Yes. The announcer said he threw the ball into a team meeting. He completed it.
Basically true.
Oh, man, yeah, I don't know how he got away with that and got away with it, and then
Because the receivers keep making these big plays, but
yeah,
I mean, it's not enough to win games, especially the Eagles.
yeah, for sure. All right. So those are the 10 that we agree on. Again, 2 of those now with some of the latest developments in the week. I'm a little shaky on now, but we'll go ahead and stick with our initial pick from earlier in the week. So those are the 10 that we agree on. All right. So now let's get to the other 4 before we get out of here. We have the one that I am on an island with. We have the New Orleans Saints traveling to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers. This one is I am going with the Pittsburgh Steelers in this one, whereas you and Dez are going with the Saints.
Yeah.
Oh man, why are you guys going with the Saints for this one, or why are you going with the Saints?
Because the Steelers suck. That's it.
Ooh.
That's it. I mean, you're up here like, yeah, the coach, he never loses. He never goes under 500. But I mean, they're like
Still might
2
not.
and 6, I think. 2 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, if they got to only lose 2 more games for the rest of the year.
A lot of season left, like you said earlier.
Yeah, but that's different because they're just under it worse than I am in picking. But yeah, and the Saints, I mean, played pretty good. I mean, Dalton's played pretty good. He didn't play good against the Ravens, but I mean, they got the new linebacker from the Bears, and and then adding him to that defense, and they got Kamara too, so I think they can go and beat the Steelers.
I mean, the Saints have been okay at home, but now going to the road, going into Pittsburgh, I think they are ready. They've made some adjustments. They've made the quarterback switch, and they're ready. I think the Steelers may be a dangerous team the second half of this season. Get a few upsets, knock a few teams off. This is where this game right here is going to be the difference, and this is why I will be wearing the chain next week because of this game. You can mark that down.
No.
You mark that down and book it. Yep.
No, I'm not putting it down in any textbooks or nothing. No.
Remember, mark that down and book it. The Steelers beating the Saints is why I'll be wearing the chain. So we'll get that soundbite. There we go. All right. So that's the one where I'm on the island. Now let's get to these last 3 where Dez is on the island. Okay. So we'll let you take these. So the first one is actually about to kick off here. Here in Carolina. We're coming at you from North Cackalack. We have the Atlanta Falcons traveling to Charlotte to play the Carolina Panthers. Who do we have in this one, Diego?
We have the Panthers. I mean, just having them bounce back. They're at home Thursday night. Lights are on. PJ Walker. He played well against the Falcons in the first game.
He did.
He had over 300 yards and had the Hail Mary, and then the kick. It was really the kicker. They should cut the kicker and get a new one, just because the old kicker missed two game-winning field goals. That cannot happen in a dome. Where there's no air at all, no wind, nothing, just a dome, and he missed 2 game-winning field goals. So, but we are going to bounce back. Maybe he likes wind. I don't know.
Might kick better outside. Some people do that. But we've got the Panthers. So again, Dez got the chain this week due to my Panthers pick. So it's only fitting that we snatch the chain back, take it back from him.
Oh yeah.
By the Panthers getting the win. So he has the Atlanta Falcons. He's been riding them, although he was talking about how much trash they were to you about a week or so before.
Yeah, and they almost won.
Exactly.
Yeah, they had the lead with like 2 minutes, and then they
That's
Yeah,
right. That's right.
yeah,
But
that
that's all right. We got
was.
Panthers. We're gonna get off to winning ways right here on Thursday and go ahead and take the lead early on.
Yeah.
Get that chain back. All right. So that's the first one. Then there's two more where Dez is on the island and is picking different from us. Can't believe this one. He already got burned by these guys. We have the Detroit Lions traveling to Chicago to play Uncle Dwayne's Bears. All right. And Dez is picking Detroit to go on the road and beat Chicago.
Oof. I mean,
Why is he wrong?
yeah, I mean the Lions. I mean, I know they beat the Packers, but I mean the Packers have looked bad, and
Yep.
I just can't trust the Lions, you know. And then the Bears' offense has actually looked good over the last 2 weeks.
Looking
And
better.
they scored 29. I mean, they scored 33 against the Patriots earlier in the year.
Yep.
They scored like 29 on the Cowboys defense, and then 32 on the Dolphins.
Yeah.
So they've been on a little scoring streak here as of late. And then against the Lions defense, I think they can score more.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, got the Bears. This is one where one of the rare times where I'm jumping in with Uncle Dwayne, lifelong Chicago Bear fan. We are joining him and all teaming up on the Bears and going against Dez, who former Bear great, but he's riding with Detroit. So it's only fitting that we get him on this one. So I'm happy that he went with Detroit here. Thanks, Dez. We'll snatch that one from you. And then the last pick here, we have the Minnesota Vikings traveling to Buffalo to play Diggs and now Case Keenum and those Buffalo Bills. Who do we have in this one? Who do the Pick'em Pros have?
Yeah, what an interesting game this turned into.
Yep.
We got the Bills in this one.
Yeah.
I mean, even if Josh Allen doesn't play, Case Keenum, who's actually a good backup to the Minneapolis Miracle to Diggs in that playoff game, and now they're playing against. Now they're going to be hungry too.
Exactly.
He still has a reason to be hungry going against his former team with his former quarterback, and then the Bills just aren't going to lose at home either.
Nah.
I mean, whenever the Bills Mafia's out there breaking tables, they never lose.
Exactly. So this is also fitting. This is also fitting because this is where Dez also gained some traction because Minnesota, I bet against them 2 weeks in a row, lost both of those weeks. So Dez got wins on us for that. But it's only fitting now. Now these teams where he's gotten cheap wins now got to come back and lose to him. So the Vikings will finally lose one of these close games. Bills are going to get them. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is. I could be the quarterback for this one. As fired up as Diggs is going to be, they will definitely get the win on this one. Diggs is going to show. Diggs might have 300 yards.
And dude, if you were the quarterback, then that might be the only reason that might be the only way they lose.
Nah, man. I have one step back. Just pow. Just be. I just throw it immediately. Just come. I'd be releasing it like Tom Brady, another great 45-year-old. Just come back just immediately. My release would be like 0.3 seconds. Just come back and just bam, just throw it to Diggs. That's all I'd have to do.
But like except for like if he's running a route, you like throw it, and then he'd have to like sit there and wait like a couple seconds for the ball to come. And it would like barely go anywhere, and then it would like be in the air forever. It's like like a short little Hail Mary, like a 10-yard Hail Mary.
Okay, all right, got jokes. All right, cool. We'll see how you get to basketball practice. All right, that was funny. All right, good. Well, this is gonna be fun. I'm excited about week 10. We're gonna get revenge, get the chain back, and we'll all be back together again next week as we recap this amazing week 10 and go into week 11. So everybody enjoy that. And then also don't miss, we are rolling out our new weekly NBA show now that the season is here. So every weekend we will start to roll out NBA Weekly, where we give our hot takes on everything going on in the NBA. We are big NBA fans. So we'll be talking about that. And on NBA Weekly, we'll typically be sitting side by side. So that also brings another dynamic. You can go and look at some of our older posts this year where we were at the NBA Finals and talking NBA. And I know a lot of folks like our NBA show. So we're going to bring that on a weekly basis. And that'll be starting this weekend. So, hey, enjoy all the sports. Enjoy everything. I know we got to the Canes last weekend. It was on the glass. And then we're at that NC State Wake Forest football game. So we should be getting out to some more sports soon. But this weekend, I think we're just going to celebrate you making the middle school team and get ready for your season, because your first game is next week, next Friday.
Oh, yeah, coming fast.
Yeah, so I think the games that we'll be attending in the short term is going to be your games. So we'll be doing that. All right. Well, enjoy the weekend. Enjoy sports. We will catch y'all next week. Until then, we are out. Pick 'em Pros.